second, the left fielder, number 9, Gavin Perkins. Batting third, the center fielder, number 21.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome once again to Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we get set for Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Wilmington Quakers. Yesterday, big day for Kyle Gorman as he goes the distance, and the Quakers win that first contest by a final of 4-0. Welcome to the one and only pregame show brought to you by Kevin Shear at State Farm Insurance. Jared O'Byrne with us here today as well as we get set for today's doubleheader. Nice win yesterday. Quakers needed to get a win. I know the bats weren't there the entire game, but Gorman really did the job.
Yeah, Gorman came out and really established himself in the strike zone, got ahead of almost every batter he faced, did such a phenomenal job of, I think his first walk he gave up was in like the 7th or 8th inning. It was towards the late of the game, so he did such a fantastic job of commanding the strike zone. His defense did a great job of backing him up, so we'll see if that builds the momentum for the Quakers in today's game against the Quakers.
Walter Talcott will get the start. We'll talk about Walter's numbers coming up in just a couple of moments, and Lance Fleischman will go for Wilmington. Stay right there. We'll come back. Starting lineups are coming up. First pitch right around the corner. We'll have it for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
We're back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium as Walter Talcott will get his warm-up tosses in. While he does that, here is the Wilmington lineup for this afternoon. Nick Silvas will lead things off. He'll be at second base. Batting second in left field, Gavin Perkins. Hitting third, the center fielder, Gage Bly. In the cleanup spot, the DH, Luke Kleindl. Hitting fifth and catching, Casey Bottorff. Hitting sixth, the first baseman, Jake Hyatt. Also hitting in the lineup today, the number 7 hole, it'll be Joey Aldinger. He is hitting, actually playing in right field. Hitting 8th and playing third base, Kyle Noble, and hitting 9th, the shortstop is Mason Walker. We mentioned Lance Fleischman is going today for Wilmington. For the Quakers of Earlham, it's Isaiah Shake leading things off. He'll be in center field. Addison Robertson hitting second, DHing. Danny Dopp back in the lineup. He will be hitting third at third base. Austin Hatfield is the cleanup hitter at first base. Brian Pinsura is the shortstop hitting fifth. Cameron McCabe hitting sixth in left field. Robbie Shondell hitting seventh in right field. Cameron Whistle catching, hitting eighth. And Devin Baisley is hitting ninth. He'll be at second base. And again, Walter Talcott getting this start today for the Quakers. One game this year, 4 innings, giving up 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He had 2 strikeouts and 1 walk in his first start of the year. He is 0-1 with an ERA of 13.50. So for Walter, those numbers are a little bit different than what he's accustomed to over his first 3 years in an Earlham uniform. But he'll get a chance to rectify things today against a Wilmington lineup that continues to struggle in the hitting department. See if the Quakers can get another good start here this afternoon. Nick Silvas. Silvas hitting at .385. No home runs. He has 1 run driven in, 2 for 4 yesterday. And he will step in as we are ready for game 1 of our doubleheader here this afternoon. We'll set the defense for you coming up in a moment. And the first pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
We'll see if in today's matchup Walter Talcott can really just command the strike zone as he's done in his first few years at the Quaker mound. And you saw in the first game against Wittenberg, he just wasn't really himself on the mound. So we'll see if he can get a bounce-back game in today.
Walter gets the sign from Whistle, the pitch. Fastball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Whistle behind the plate. Hatfield is down at first base. Baisley at second. Pinsura is at short. Danny Dopp back in the lineup. He'll be down at third. McCabe, Shake, and Shondell in the outfield, left to right. Swing and a miss. And the count quickly, 1-2. So far, we can tell pretty good pop on that fastball.
Yeah, we heard the smack of the glove all the way up here.
We're watching him warm up a little bit earlier, and I don't know what gadget he had. He was using, I think, a weighted piece in front of him and had an extension around his waist. I don't know if you've ever seen that before.
They're coming up with so many new gadgets to help players nowadays, you lose track.
Got him looking, and there's one away.
Already a different start for Talcott than we saw in the first game.
Here's Perkins. Perkins at .667 on the year. No home runs, no runs driven in. Did not play in the opening game of the series last night. Outfield straight away here again at Randall R. Sadler Stadium on a cloudy day as that pitch in there for a strike. Light breeze blowing left to right here in game number 1. 310 down the left field line, 325 down the right field line, 375 in the alleys, and 390 in dead center. The 0-1 pitch on the way. He kind of went around about 3/4 of the way, and he's down in the count at 0-2. That's one of those you might as well swing all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
He had committed himself. Perkins guessing wrong, and Walter looking very strong here in the first inning. Talcott with a leg kick and the pitch. Oh, close on the outside corner, 1-2. Walter, we've said it time and time again, is not a big guy, but boy, he can throw hard. He's listed at 5'10", which is probably
a little generous.
185 pounds. Here's the 1-2. Did he go around? Yes, and they will say that Perkins went around. He will strike out. 2 strikeouts now for Walter Talcott. Perkins didn't like the call, but it didn't matter, as now it's Gage Bly.
Umpires will never change a call based on a player's reaction.
Yes, and there was no argument from the third base coach or the first base coach.
It's just a waste of time.
Talcott's next pitch on the way is a fastball up high, 1-0. Bly again at .400 on the year with 4 runs driven in. The team's only home run so far, 1 for 4 yesterday with a couple of runs driven in. That pitch a little bit low, 2 balls, no strikes. Quakers will have one more series, and speaking of the Earlham Quakers against Kalamazoo, before they finally get a chance to go south. Pitch is inside, 3-0.
Go south for the spring.
That is going to be fun. They're going to play 4 games in a matter of just 3 days. I know they'll get a chance to do some different things while they're down there, but it'll be strictly baseball for that period of time. The fastball right down the middle.
Strictly baseball, and it's also a good team bonding trip, getting away from school, but you're all together in a different state. Can't ask for much better for a spring break.
No kidding. The freshmen get a chance to certainly go down with the team and learn a little bit about Coach Sakasitz a little bit more and his staff, and that pitch in there for a strike, 3-2. Center fielder Isaiah Shake, they actually came out and told him to move a little bit to his right, so there is a big gap between Shake and Shondell in right center, so they don't feel this young man can get around on it apparently. Ground ball up the middle. Here's Pinsur near the bag, low throw, but dug out by Hatfield at first base. And that's going to do it for the Wilmington Quakers in the top of inning number 1. After half inning of play, Wilmington nothing. Earlham coming to bat. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We will talk a little bit about the left-handed starter, Lance Fleischman, coming up in just a couple of moments. The Quakers will have Shake, Robertson, and Dopp to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning. By the way, Fleischman 1-0 on the year, 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, no runs, no earned runs. In his first start, he struck out 7 and walked just 1. And traditionally, the Earlham Quakers have had their issues against left-handed pitchers, so we'll find out today if they can kind of change that.
Well, I think just so far this season, they've had struggles against any kind of pitcher. I did think last night's game they did a really good job of getting the leadoff hitter on base, but with Earlham, their biggest problem is just a matter of hitting guys in when they get in scoring position.
First pitch in there for a strike. Isaiah at 455, no home runs and no runs driven in. Isaiah yesterday 2 for 4. The stretch by Fleischman and the pitch on the way, and he goes around. That pitch fooling Isaiah as he was way out in front. Bottorff behind the plate, Hyatt at first, Silvas at second, Walker's at short. Get the next defensive player. That's hit well, gets by the third baseman as Noble unable to come up with it, and Isaiah Shake with a leadoff base hit. And he hit that one well.
Well, in this series against Wilmington, Isaiah Shake as the leadoff batter has just done an outstanding job of getting on base and getting base hits. And he drew a few walks yesterday as well, so he's doing a really nice job of owning the strike zone.
Well, this is the big story right now. We don't want to keep rubbing it into Addison, but he's still looking for that first base hit. He shows bunt. The pitch is up high, and Addison is 0 for 14 on the season, including 7 strikeouts. He was 0 for 5 yesterday. Game of baseball is a game of statistics, and that's what we talk about the most, as that one is fouled away, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. He just got to get himself out of this slump.
And I think after you get the first hit, you start to get a little more confidence. You just need to see that first hit. It's kind of like basketball when you need to see that first shot go in. As soon as he gets that first hit, I think you'll see a lot more hits coming from Robinson.
Bator sets up on the outside corner. That one is tapped in front of the mound as Fleischman will turn and fire to first. It will advance the runner down to second base. But now one away as Robertson will now be 0 for 15. And that'll bring up Danny Dopp.
The third baseman, number 7.
Danny did not play yesterday. He is still battling that elbow injury that he suffered in the Wittenberg series. Got hit on the elbow, hitting .286. No home runs and no runs driven in. And Fleischman with the pitch. It's up high, ball 1.
Well, already early in the ball game, a runner in scoring position, but the biggest field on offense where the Quakers struggle is getting guys in.
Yeah, it has been a Achilles heel so far. Even bases loaded, we have seen the Quakers unable to get guys in those opportunities as he hits that one foul off the end of his bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, and this is the middle of the order when guys like Robertson, Dopp, those guys are veterans. You know they're going to get out of this eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, I guess, to better have your slump now than when the conference season rolls around.
Exactly. But I know as a senior, and anybody would like to start the season off strong, but you know, it's a good chest of battling adversity, and you get to see a lot of what you're made of.
Runner takes off, the pitch low and inside. No throw as Isaiah Shake easily stealing third base. He had a great jump on the left-hander, too. I don't think even Fleischman, once he came set, really didn't even look back at him a second time.
And, well, Shake had 2 stolen bases in last night's ball game as well, so he just has a really good feel for on-base stealing.
Infield will come in, and that's hit foul. You know, I find that interesting. The infield is in already this early in the ball game. We're still in the bottom of the first inning. I wonder if that is simply because they feeling for the Wilmington Quakers, they're just not hitting very well, and runs have been at a premium.
Well, I think also there's nobody on first or second base, so if you get a routine grounder and Isaiah Shake decides to try it, might as well try to get him. If you stay back a little bit, you're pretty much surrendering that run with any kind of ground ball past the pitcher. So I think it's just also another way for Wilmington to work on their defense as well.
By the way, Danny Dopp ripped that one foul. Infield will stay in. The break-even pitch on the way, grounded to the third baseman. Noble throws to first, and despite the infield being in, the Quakers able to get the run in, and Earlham leads this one 1-0.
I think Noble on that one just wanted the out. I thought if he wanted to, he could have tried to get Shake at home, but you know, you just bottom of the first inning, you take the outs as you can get them, and that's what he did on that play.
Here's Hatfield. 417 on the year, 3 for 4 yesterday, drove in a couple of runs, and this young man making an impact for the Earlham Quakers already, and that pitch in there for a strike.
He had a great ball game at the plate yesterday. Drove in multiple runs, got multiple hits, and if it wasn't for Gorman's pitching, Hatfield would have been player of the game yesterday.
That one hit well, base hit, left field. He has again, we talked about him being a transfer. The young man he has that experience that you can put in the middle of that order. And he is coming through big for the Quakers already this season, and so Earlham has their second base hit. And here's Brian Pinsura.
And no matter where you play, a year of experience of college baseball can only help you going further in your career. So JUCO, you get great experience at the junior college level, and Hatfield is applying that experience to the Quakers.
Which is in there for a strike. Pinsura at 222 on the year, no home runs. He has driven in 1. Well, already we have seen, again, Earlham had struggled against left-handers, swing and a miss. But they're doing a good job early getting that first run on the board, and a couple of base hits already off of Fleischman. No balls and 2 strikes. Pinsura had a double yesterday. 1-1 pitch on the way, and the dirt runner takes off, no throw. That'll be a wild pitch. And Pensura now 1-2. So Pensura, chance now with a runner in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Board says 2 balls and 1 strike, so they'll switch that up. The stretch by Fleischman and the pitch on the way hit foul. We'll stay at 1-2. So now Pensura back in at 1-2. Stretch by Fleischman. Nobody making a move. Walker pretty much stays put behind Hatfield. Fleischman's next pitch. Swing and a miss. Pensura will strike out. It'll officially be a strikeout throwout, but that is the first strikeout of the ball game for the left-hander Fleischman, and that's the 3rd out as well as Earlham picks up a run on a couple of base hits. We will head to inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top, 1-0.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium as the Earlham Quakers lead the Wilmington Quakers 1-0 after the first inning of play. Today's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Tuesday, the oven-roasted chicken. Wednesday, the turkey breast. And Thursday, the Italian BMT. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Luke Kleindl will lead things off, the designated hitter, hitting .250 on the year. His first look this afternoon at Talcott as Walter's pitch is on the way, and that's fouled off. Good cut by Kleindl.
He had a stand-up double, a one-hopper to the fence in yesterday's matchup. Nearly a home run. He's got the power.
Yeah, finished 1 for 4 on the afternoon. Kleindl 5'10", but 220 pounds. Swing and a miss. Well, that's got some movement on it as well. And if the day goes like this for Walter Talcott, you can understand why Wilmington had brought their infield in on that runner at third.
I think everybody understands the kind of pitching that Talcott can bring for the Quakers. Talcott is dangerous on the mound when he gets into his zone.
He's probably looking for a little bit of redemption after that opening game against Wittenberg. That's if you go back over the history, he just does not have many games like that.
And he knows it. And, you know, coming into today's game, he had that on his mind that he wants to redeem himself from the first game.
That one hit foul right off the fist of Kleindl. And one thing about Walter, and you'll see it here in his final season in a Quaker uniform, he is not afraid to throw inside. He will jam you if you're up on the plate. A lot of pitchers don't like to do that, but Walter is one of those who will come inside. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's hit foul.
Well, Kleindl doing a very good job of staying alive at home plate. 3 straight foul tips with 2 strikes. Nice job of protecting the plate.
Yeah, and he's got a guess right here. Let's see if Walter will come with a breaking pitch. Kleindl was behind, though, on the fastball, so See what he'll decide to throw right here. The pitch, oh my. Well, it was a fastball. He came inside again, and Kleindl takes one for the team as he'll head down to first base.
And that is what you would call a great at-bat. You were down in the count 1-2, but you fouled it off 3 straight times, and now you find yourself on base with a hit by pitch.
You could kind of see the look on his face, though. That he was
getting hit by a pitch hurts. I don't care who you are.
He was.
Well, you think about it. That's at least an 80-mile-an-hour fastball that just hits you straight in your back.
It's a colder day today. You know, maybe at a late night last night. You're not in a good mood, and you take one.
You don't have protection from your back. The jersey ain't going to stop a fastball.
Casey Bottorff will step in at 167 on the year. No home runs, no runs driven in. Walters pitch inside again. Well, one thing about it, next time that Kleindl's at the plate, he is more inclined to say, you know what, I'm going to lean in too much.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that just shows the risk of going inside. As you can go a little bit too inside, and next thing you know, hit by pitch.
Pitch hit foul, no balls, 2 strikes. Bottorff 0 for 1 yesterday. Kleindl probably not a stolen base threat down at first base. His lead has been very short.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he's only a step or 2 off the bag, so Walter didn't have to worry about him too much. Hit foul again, 0-2. Well, you go back 2 years ago, and the team that the Quakers had, how much they ran, it was just amazing. They'd steal 5 bases in 1 at bat and just run you completely ragged.
And Coach Sacco says, I know he really wants to get back to that style of play.
Line drive into right field, but playing it perfectly, Shondell, and quickly back is Kleindl. There was really not much that Kleindl was going to do there. It was played perfectly.
Mm-hmm. But going back to what you just said about 5 bases and 1 at bat, Coach Sakrositz also had the hitting with that team as well, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that makes a big difference. He had Nate Lynch at the top of that order that really kind of set the table, and he was the HCAC Player of the Year. Here is Jake Hyatt, a 143 hitter, no home runs. He has driven in 2. 0 for 3 yesterday. And you look at that team, they probably had 4 or 5 guys at 20-plus stolen bases. There's a swing and a miss.
But I also think that team also had a couple of surprises. Talcott, Robertson, and you said Gorman was on that team as well.
Gorman was on that team as a freshman.
You get 10 wins from a freshman. As a coach, you do a great job of recruiting, but I don't think you really have that expectation from a freshman, 10 wins in his first season.
Throw down to second, and boy, that was easy. That caught me off guard.
It really did because, as you said before, Kleindl's lead was just never there to really try to steal. And Whistle had as much time as he wanted to make that throw down, and just routine right there.
Well, and Hyatt didn't do a whole lot to protect him either.
I don't think he could have.
Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That was a breaking ball that was way outside, and Hyatt nowhere near. He didn't have a long enough bat.
Just went from bad to worse right there.
I think Whistle could have held onto that baseball a little bit longer if he wanted to. That's
why I said Hyatt couldn't do too much more to protect them. It would have been out anyway.
Swing and a miss, and the tag laid on, and that'll do it for the Wilmington Quakers here in the second inning. As they put zeros on the board, we will head to the bottom half of inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 1-0. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Well, Earlham leads this one 1-0 back here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. We will move now to the bottom of the second inning. It's McCabe, Shondell, and Whistle for Earlham. I think we're still a little shook up by that stolen base attempt.
It really did not make sense.
No.
Because, as you said before, the lead was so small that no matter how good of a jump you even get, I don't know what the mindset behind that was.
You would have to be a sprinter to get down there.
It had to be a hit and run. It had to be.
Fouled off. McCabe down to the count, down to 0 balls and 2 strikes. McCabe at .250 on the year, no home runs. He has driven in 1. Picked up that RBI yesterday in the Earlham 4-0 win. It stays up high, 1-2. Stretch once again by Fleischman, the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Walker. It's pretty good speed down the line there by McCabe.
Yeah, got some wheels on him.
So 1 away, and here's Robbie Shondell. Robbie, .250 on the year, no home runs. He has driven in 1. He picked up the base hit, one of the base hits yesterday. Fleischman delivers. That one hit foul. And it's no balls and a strike. Two today. By the way, if you're wondering about the scheduling change, the reason we're playing the 2 today and the 1 last night is we understand that temperature-wise things are going to really heat up by Sunday. High of 18. That'll be fun.
Get no complaints from me. I won't be outside.
1-2 now for Shondell. We had those hurricane force winds recently where they're supposed to come back again.
Sounds like a great day.
So you will get Sunday off, my young man. Here's a chopper to the left side. This is going to be tough for Noble. Charging, throwing, bang, bang, play, and yes, Hyatt stays on the bag. Great play by Hyatt at first.
That play was a lot closer than what plays like that normally are.
Well, Shondell did a pretty good job getting out of the batter's box, too. I'll tell you what, if McCabe and Shondell, 2 guys that get on base, if they have that kind of quickness elsewhere.
You know Coach Sacco says what he'd attempt it.
Here's Cameron Whistle. 0 for 3 yesterday, 200 on the year, no home runs and an RBI. And the left-handed hitter grounds to the second baseman, Silvis, and an easy inning for Fleischman. 1-2-3 inning. We will head now to the top of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 1-0. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com. Cloudy day today, but the good news is, at least for the moment, Earlham on top of this one, 1-0, and it is a small sample so far for the right-hander for the Quakers, Walter Talcott, but he looks like the Walter of old.
Yes, he does, and he's coming in with that mindset that the first game I had of the season wasn't me, it wasn't who I am, and he's showing everybody and showing his teammates that I'm back.
Leading off the third inning for Wilmington.
Here is the leadoff hitter for the Wilmington Quakers. Alinder will lead things off. 0 for 3 yesterday. Left-handed hitter will step in for the first time here this afternoon. And the way things are going, if Walter keeps it up, the Wilmington Quakers may only get a couple of looks at him because he is sailing through these guys.
Yes, he is.
Alinder, Noble, and Walker, 7, 8, and 9. Walter's 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled off. A bunt attempt by Alinder as he's now down on the count at 0-2. That shows me right there that if you're going to try to bunt your way on, you know you're probably not going to swing and hit. He's trying to find another way to get on base.
Got to find a way, any way possible.
Walter takes a little longer look into his catcher whistle. Here's the pitch. He's way behind. So he's going to find a different way now. Next time, here's Noble.
The third baseman.
I think so far the pitching we've seen from Talcott and the way we saw Gorman pitch yesterday, I think the pitchers heard the noise that the first couple of games that they didn't live up to the expectations and are trying to show the doubters wrong.
This is Noble. He is at 167 on the year. Takes that one for a strike. Did not play in yesterday's opening game. No home runs and no runs driven in. Noble is out of Sydney, Ohio. Walter with a leg kick and the pitch. This one is low. Walter set to throw, and again, here's the 1-1 delivery.
And it seems like every batter for Wilmington is behind on his fastball today.
Yeah, I'm going to venture to say that Walter, his fastball probably closer into the mid-80s right now as the 1-2 pitch on the way. Now, that's a breaking pitch. It's just illegal. 3 strikeouts in a row. I don't know if you saw that. It broke the sharp break at the end.
I saw that.
Man.
And I think what Talcott is realizing is the fastball really sets up the breaking ball.
Walker.
5 strikeouts now by Walter Talcott. Here's Mason Walker. Walker 0 for 1 yesterday. Still looking for his first hit, and that'll wake you up as that pitch came inside.
So 5 strikeouts in the first 7 outs of the game. You can't get no better than that.
I wonder if Kleindl told anyone that's coming up, watch out, that thing hurts when it hits you.
I don't think Kleindl has to say it. You could just see it.
Swing and a miss.
And again, that runs the risk of going inside. A little bit too far, you hit the guy.
I'm not sure Walker even saw that one go by as he is down at the count at 0-2. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
And I wonder as a batter, if if a pitcher like Talcott likes to really go in the inside part of the strike zone, does that make you maybe take a step back or something in the strike zone or in the batter's box just so you maybe get a little more space for the inside instead of just getting jammed up?
It was off on the count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. If I could, I'd stand behind the umpire. Try to get a little extra footage. Got him.
Man.
Strikes out the side.
No runs and no hits.
Zeros on the board again for Wilmington. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham leads at 1-0.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive and I approve this message.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
We're back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. The Quakers of Earlham on top of this one, 1-0, as we will head to the bottom of the third. Baisley, Shake, and Robertson. So Earlham about ready to go around in their order for the second time.
Number 38, Devin Baisley.
Baisley 1 for 4 yesterday. And the pitch by Fleischman outside, 1-0. Baisley hitting at 200. Left-hander Fleischman's next pitch, grounded foul.
Well, so far in today's matchup, the Quakers haven't really had to struggle with the left-handed pitcher, as you were referring to earlier.
Yeah, even though despite the 2 hits,
it seems like it's been more. Like they've been more effective on the offensive end than just 1 run and 2 hits.
1 ball, 2 strikes to the freshman out of Allen Park, Michigan, and the tag laid on, and that'll be a strikeout.
But then again, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, that's 4 straight for Fleischman.
Yeah, he's set. In fact, that'll be 5. He had the base hit given up to Hatfield. Then he struck out Pinsur, got a 3 done in the second, and then a strikeout there. So,
and it points back to the struggles that the Quakers just have on offense.
Yeah.
They just cannot find consistent hitting.
Well, Isaiah led off the bottom of the first inning with a base hit as that pitch low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Fleischman so far, 1 run, 2 hits. He has struck out 2 himself. Breaking ball low and inside, 2-0. Other games, we'll check out the other matchups going on in the HCAC this afternoon. Grounded foul. Rose is taking on Penn State Abington at Winter Haven, Florida. Hanover taking on North Vernon Linden. They're down in Kissimmee, Florida.
Damn, so many teams in Florida already?
That's right.
Earlham's going late.
Manchester's playing in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina against Manhattanville. Never even heard some of these places.
Yeah, me either.
Albion's at Franklin, so Franklin's not down south yet. That pitch is low for ball 4.
And Franklin, correct me if I'm wrong, the past couple of after Earlham's conference championship has been the top dog, right?
Top dog last year, and they were the number 1 pick this year.
The designated hitter.
Here's Addison Robertson.
Addison Robertson.
By the way, also Transylvania, they're hosting Chicago.
Oh, wow.
By the way, that Franklin matchup, their first game of the year, so the pitch is low and outside, so they haven't had a chance to play yet.
But that should be an exciting matchup. I've personally never seen Franklin, so I'm curious to see what all the hype is about around the squad. And I did my research, so I know it's more than hype. I saw their record last year, 39-5.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, that says a lot.
Robertson again looking for his first hit. Throw to first, had Shake leaning that time, and Shake picked up a stolen base back in the first inning.
Shake does a really good job of just getting on base. I think his on-base percentage is really high to start the season out.
His lead not quite as big that time as the pitch is outside, and here's again a good indication how you can have Fleischman thinking both ways, and Bothorf will go out and talk with Fleischman.
And especially with the base runner that's already stolen a base, that gets you thinking a little bit more about him, and you pitch differently to the batter, knowing that there's a threat on first base to steal second.
And after today, the Quakers will have until next weekend. Of course, we'll get through all this cold weather this week, and hopefully next weekend it'll be a little bit nicer. Kalamazoo doubleheader on Saturday, and then a single game on Sunday. 3-game set.
I'm calling it right now. This at-bat, Robertson breaks the streak.
All right. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see if Gerard is right here as Fleischman throws to first again. Well, the one thing about it, and even with the 0 for 15, they still have him in the number 2 hole as that pitch swung on and missed. I like the idea of keeping him where he is. Simply for the fact that it's up to him now to work his way out of it. It's not like he hasn't been through this before, not this kind of a slump, I'm sure, but you don't want to move him down in the order. He probably is.
Well, that goes back to the question I asked you. If he continues his slump, if you're Coach Sackler, do you consider making that move of taking him out the lineup?
Yeah, I think you stick with him. Let him get out of it. Pitch is low and outside, 2-2. It's going to happen. Just a matter of how long it's going to take, and you know he is probably pressing a little bit. Taking some extra BP when he gets a chance just to try to work his way out of it as they'll throw to first again. The good news about this, too, for Isaiah Shake is he knows that Fleischman is so concerned about Robertson as that pitch is low for ball 4 that he walks him. So back-to-back walks.
Okay, well, next at bat, when he gets a pitch that he can hit, he'll break it.
Yeah, that one didn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
It had to have been a ball put in play.
Exactly.
Here's Danny Dopp 0 for 1.
Now batting the third baseman.
But even for Robertson to draw a walk is a plus
it's a
for
plus.
him. So,
do you anticipate seeing a double steal?
I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, Fleischman now giving up 2 walks, only 1 out. 2 guys on base that can run like they do. 1 ball, no strikes. Just keep an eye and see what their lead will look like here. Fleischman now will take a peek at second. Big lead at first and a good cut by Danny as he fouls it straight back. Well, so far, no indication.
No, but they just come at you out of nowhere with these steals.
Thing I like about it, too, if you're stealing third, you know Danny Dopp, that catcher's got to make that step outside to try to make that throw.
And I think with the speed of Shake, a split-second difference can be the difference between an out and safe at third.
You saw Fleischman right there looking back at second with Isaiah Shake. Swing and a miss. Another big cut by Danny. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I anticipate it's coming soon. Shake's leads get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, he does.
Each time.
And Robertson, he's about a mile off at first. That one hit into right field. Here is the right fielder, Allender, making the catch, and the runners will retreat. There's 2 away. Well, he got a pretty good look at that one, but Allender in right field playing it perfectly, and there are 2 away.
but now I don't know. I can see the upside of trying to have the double steal, but I think the way Hatfield has been hitting the ball in this series, do you really want to risk somebody getting caught with his hot at bat?
Not after he went 3 for 4 yesterday, and as you've alluded to, picked up a base hit already today. So this is the area you let this guy go to work.
Because I think Robertson has the speed with the right base hit to score from first base.
Pitch up high that time, 1-0. By the way, don't forget you can follow along live stats on GoEarlham.com. Fleischman's next pitch is tapped foul. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Hatfield now hitting at .462. By the way, I do want to mention, too, that Hatfield hitting at .750 with runners in scoring position. So here's a guy that has not left them on base in those situations.
Well, the right guy to have up in this moment.
By the way, Hatfield did get to second base in that first inning off the only wild pitch that Fleischman has thrown. The runners will take off, and that one hit foul. Well, there they went.
We knew we were going to see it.
That's the run and hit that time for Hatfield. So Hatfield back in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. 2 away as we play here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
They're going to go again.
Hit foul.
Well, Hatfield is battling at the plate. He's protecting. And the odds are the longer you protect, the pitcher will make a mistake and give you a ball that you want or hit you.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the stretch by Fleischman. Time is called. Hatfield taking many more pitches than he did his first plate appearance. Runners take off. The ball gets by Podorf, and now you will look at runners at second and third.
And what did we just say? The longer you protect, the odds are the pitcher will make a mistake. And now Shake and Robertson are in prime position for Hatfield to have another 2 RBI day so far.
Sitting right there for him, and Earlham will get credit for the 2 stolen bases there, the double steal, though the pitch ended up in the dirt as that pitch is outside, 3-2.
Okay, Troy, I got a question for you. 2 outs in the inning, you got full count. With Fleischman pitching and Hatfield hitting the way he is, but Pensura's been struggling, do you walk Hatfield right here and try to have Pensura deal it out?
Not a bad idea, and well, they did anyway.
I think he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
That was a purposeful pitch to walk Hatfield.
Only thing, I'll tell you what, and how many times can you talk as they're going to visit Fleischman, how many times you will look back at your score sheet at the end of the game and see how many of those walks always come back and hurt you. And it just seems like it's part of the game. It's like turning the basketball over all the time and really no pressure on the ball, and they get them in a score, they get a freebie. You know, you just those walks can just kill you. I think as a pitcher, too. And
yeah,
I know that if I were walking guys, it'd bug the crap out of me.
Yeah, it really would bug me.
Pensura will step to the plate.
I will say I would walk Hatfield in that situation after those 2 stolen bases. I'm going to see if Pensura can bring the guys in. Hatfield, yesterday and today, he's been hot. So I don't want to take that chance and go after him. So.
Yeah, just think 3 for 4 yesterday. He's picked up a base hit, and he has walked today, so his on-base percentage continues to skyrocket. And here is Pensura, struck out his first time up.
And if I'm Pensura, those are the kind of situations that I love, because you know what? You showing me disrespect right now.
Yeah.
You don't think I got the ability to bring in some of these guys, and if I'm Pensura, I'd literally be in my head telling Fleischman, don't give me the pitch that I want.
And, of course, Fleischman can't make a mistake. This one hit into center field.
And you know what?
And that's going to be a base hit in the alley.
He gave him the pitch he didn't want.
3 runs will score. Pensura on his way to third. Stand-up triple, and Earlham puts 3 on the board and now leads this one 4-0.
He gave him the pitch that he wanted. And Pensura told Coach from Wilmington, don't do that again.
3 runs driven in by Brian Pensura, and he hit that one right between Bly and Alinder.
Cameron McCabe.
Here's McCabe. Now Fleischman sailing through that second inning, and now he's in big-time trouble here in this inning.
And I think what Pensura just showed is what also can help a batter struggling is if you give me a little bit of an incentive. If you disrespect me like that, or you believe that I can't have the kind of effect that Hatfield is having, one pitch. And as I just said, don't give me the pitch that I want. And if you do, I'll make you pay. And Pensura made them pay.
That's hit foul. And by the way, all 3 walks came back to score. It's a weird game sometimes.
What did you just say? Walks come back to bite you?
Yeah, I know pitchers don't like it. I think it bothers coaches even more when you walk people the way they do. And McCabe will strike out, but a very productive inning for Earlham as they pick up 3 runs on the big triple by Brian Pensura. And we will head to the top of inning number 4 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham 4, Wilmington 0. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College Baseball. Earlham finds themselves up 4-0 after a 3-run inning and a 3-run triple from Brian Pensura. Walter Talcott still on the mound, already with 7 strikeouts in today's matchup in his first 3 innings of play. Wilmington will lead off the inning with Silvis, Perkins, and Bly. Silvis will lead it off for the Wilmington Quakers. He struck out in his first at-bat. Talcott has been much more effective on the mound today than he was in his first start against Wittenberg. And I think that goes – and do you think the weather also played an effect in Talcott's first start? Because as you said, it was hurricane winds when he first pitched.
Well, he's pitched in it before. I don't know how much of a factor other than maybe he just didn't feel right, which is certainly a issue if you're not ready to go. And the Walter has, I don't think I've ever seen him pitch that poorly, but I guarantee it wasn't a nice day. And I think if you ask him,
he'll just say it was probably a bad game.
Probably a bad game.
Everybody has one.
And I'm pretty sure I've asked him before, and he's a warm weather guy. So, and he's from Lafayette, so it gets cold up there too. But he pitches better when it's warm.
And a swing and a miss from Silvis, and that is a 1-2 count. And Talcott looking for his 8th strikeout. He can possibly maybe set a record. I don't know what the record is for strikeouts in the game for Earlham, but
we'll find out.
7 in his first 9 outs is must be leading somewhere. Talcott's pitch will be a swing and a miss for strikeout number 8 of today's game. And right now, Talcott just looks unhittable for the Wilmington Quakers.
Yeah, he's got everything working for him. There's not a pitch other than the one he came inside and hit a batter. There's really nothing that has been that far off the plate, and his command has just been spectacular.
Yes, and I believe in every batter he has faced in today's game, he has gotten ahead in the strike zone. Shows bunt from Perkins, but he will pull back for ball 1. So 1-0 count. And I think that goes back to what you were saying. You can't hit him. Got to try another way to get on base from him.
Yeah, they're going to get desperate relatively soon, trying to find a way to get on base.
Talcott's pitch will be foul tip for strike 1. So a 1-1 count, 1 out in the inning. Bly on deck for Wilmington. Perkins in his first at-bat, he also struck out. Walcott receives his signal, goes from the windup. And his ball bounced off his glove. Baisley is there, but he cannot get the throw in there in time, and it gets by Hatfield, but whistle is there for backup. So an infield single for Perkins.
Yeah, that's one of those balls that is hit you'd rather not see Talcott touch because Baisley probably has a better play at it instead of having to charge in on a slow roller.
But I think in that situation, it did touch Talcott, but you're happy it just touched his glove and not any part of his body.
By the way, on the strikeouts, I don't think there's a record in here. At least it doesn't show a record, but Walter did have 16 strikeouts against Bluffton last year. So
okay, well, he's already halfway there.
He's halfway there.
And we're in only the 4th inning of play. So
Walter, by the way, the single season is 87 strikeouts.
Perkins with the steal. The throw gets by. Baisley at second, but good fielding from Isaiah Shake. So a stolen base for Perkins.
Well, how about Wilmington? You know what? They're down 4-0. They figure let's get something going here, and maybe they can shake Walter out.
All it takes is 1 inning to really turn a game. And you go back to last inning, it's 4-0, but 3 of those runs were in that inning. So I think it just shows all it takes is 1 inning to get a team going. And at the plate is center fielder Gage Bly for Wilmington. He has a 1-0 count. And a shot hit down the right field line, but it will be too far out of play for a foul ball. So strike 1, a 1-1 count. Perkins still at second base and only 1 out in the inning. And this is the first time in today's matchup that we've seen a runner in scoring position for Wilmington. So we'll see how Talcott works himself out of this. 1-1 count for Bly.
You know, if you ever didn't want to keep the paper, look at this. They got this on here, too.
Technology. But we're old school over here.
Yeah. It's pretty, though.
Just in case technology makes some mistakes, we're experts over here. Grounder hit back to Pinsura at short. He fields it, makes the routine throw to Hatfield for out number 2. Perkins will move to third base.
Designated hitter, number 34, Luke Kleindl.
And batting for Wilmington will be the designated hitter, Luke Kleindl. And now the infield can breathe a little bit. And with 2 outs in the inning, you don't have to bring the infield in and try to prevent the run. A routine fly ball or grounder, you can get out number 3, and Talcott gets out the jam. Talcott's pitch will be ball 1. Kleindl did check his swing but did not go around. So a 1-0 count. And in Kleindl's last at-bat, he was hit by the pitch. And he was actually the first base runner for Wilmington in this game. So 2 outs in the inning. Talcott's pitch is low for ball 2. 2-0 count.
Every once in a while you'll see kind of Walter overthrow a little bit. I think he's trying to get a little bit more on that fastball.
To set up his breaking ball.
Yeah. Of course, I thought his first breaking pitch to this guy was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was too. Talcott. Kleindl hits a shot down right field, and this one will stay in play. Perkins will score. Kleindl heads to second base, and he will have a stand-up double. And this is the second straight game that Kleindl has a one-hopper to the fence for a double. Perkins will score to get the Quakers of Wilmington Quakers on the scoreboard.
You know, no offense for Kleindl, but for him, he gets the double, but he was so far behind on the swing. He ends up.
That's
with
why
a
I
double.
went so far on the opposite side of the field. But
Yeah.
you know what? Sometimes it works out well for you.
Yeah, they'll give you a hit there, or there.
Exactly.
So, as long as it's between the lines.
And now Bordoff is at the plate for the Quakers, and he swings and misses on the first pitch for a 0-1 count.
I don't think Walter was too happy with that last hit. You
No.
kind of see that when he got that baseball back, it was not.
Well, I think he knew he missed his spot.
Yeah.
And when you miss your spot, especially with good hitters, they will make you pay for it.
Yeah.
Talcott's pitch is a foul tip, so a 0-2 count. I think he wanted to keep the scoreboard a goose egg for Wilmington, but Kleindl had other plans in his mind.
Well, his hitter, too, was looking that way. You
And-
saw how he dipped that bat down, and I don't know if it was intentional, but he was looking to right field.
And Shondell actually was playing a little bit further off to right center, actually, which there was no way he could have made that grab.
Yeah.
Talcott goes high and inside for ball one. So 2 outs in the inning, a 1-2 count, and 1 run in for Wilmington. And again, all it takes is just 1 inning to get a little bit of momentum for your side. Talcott going from the stretch. Taking a while to receive the signal. Timeout called.
Well,
And-
again, the pitches are called from the dugout to whistle.
Yeah.
But if Walter doesn't like that pitch, he'll wave him off and go with something else.
Talcott's pitch. Foul down the third base line. So good job protection from Bodorf.
So I guess if you look at Walter, I think he's feeling a little more confident in his breaking pitches because he throws it really hard. It isn't like a changeup where it's coming in at 50 miles an hour. I think right now he feels a little more comfortable with the breaking ball.
I think he does too. And we've seen he's had success when he's thrown it today. But I think it's all been set up by the fastball. Talcott's pitch will be a swing and a miss for Bodorf for strike 3. And that will be the third out in the inning. So 1 run in for the Wilmington Quakers. Earlham still leads it 4-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College Baseball. We are heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. Wilmington was able to get on the board in this past half inning, so they trailed now 4-1. Fleischman still on the mound for Wilmington, and we will have Shondell lead it off for the Earlham Quakers.
You know what? We have a brand new media guide here. put together by Pete and the fine staff. And there are some things in here we really got to take issue with. One of them is each player lists their favorite teams and stuff. Well, while I have a moment, you're doing the play-by-play. Let me tell you, Walter's already made a huge mistake in his life because he's a Dodgers fan. So let's put a little check mark next to that.
Exactly right. I can't. Sean Dill hits a grounder to shortstop. Mason Walker is there, and he will make the routine throw for out number 1. You said it right.
Yeah,
I cannot. I don't hate the Dodgers, but I think it's more of the fans. The fans, they are the biggest trash talkers out of every MLB team.
Yeah, what do they know?
Exactly.
Well,
number 36.
Let's see if I can pick another one here.
Whistle.
Here's Whistle. He's a newcomer. Favorite team, Cincinnati Bearcats.
Okay.
College team. Then.
Yeah, not too many guys choose college over the pros.
No.
So, Whistle gets a quick strike or 1 count, 1 out in the inning.
Favorite food, steak. That's okay.
Okay.
Movie Sandlot, Saving Private Ryan.
I think every baseball player loves The Sandlot.
I like that movie to a point, but then it just seemed to drag for me. You know what I mean? It just.
What part about it dragged for you?
I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. There's some parts of it I didn't like that much.
Whistle hits a 1-hopper to second base. Nice play by Silvis and a good scoop by Height. It will be out number 2. That was a great play by Silvis right there.
That is what we call a big boy play.
Exactly. But
who am I going to pick on next here? Let's see, 36.
We'll go to Baisley. He's at bat right now.
Baisley. I'm find Baisley here. Baisley. Oh, there he is. Wait a minute.
Foul tip from Baisley for an 0-1 count.
Favorite team, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Detroit Tigers.
Not too many hockey fans, but that I've come across.
Of course, the Tigers have hit the skids. Penguins aren't too bad. Happy movie or favorite movie, Happy Gilmore.
Hey, that's a good movie right there. So 1-1 count for Baisley. You can't go wrong with Happy Gilmore.
You know, the thing is about if you ever look at some of these and if you travel with the baseball teams that have movies, they have a tendency to bring a couple. So the movie's the same every time. So
honestly,
I have seen some of those movies 18,000 times.
I think every sport does it. So Sandlot is definitely the main one for baseball. Football, it's either Friday Night Lights or the program. At least the teams I've been around, a lot of guys like the program. And basketball, it was Space Jam. Space Jam was the movie for a lot of guys.
But how many times can you watch it?
Exactly. 1-2 count, 2 outs in the inning for Baisley.
I'm going to have to ask you that other series.
And Baisley goes down looking for strike 3. So that will end the inning. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Wilmington. Earlham still up 4-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College Baseball, going into the top of the 5th inning. Talcott is still on the mound. Doesn't have any signs of slowing down with 9 strikeouts in the game so far. Earlham with the 4-1 lead. still not many base hits in today's game. Only 3 for Earlham and 2 for Wilmington. So both sides struggling on the offensive side.
Yeah, this would be a big benefit in game number 2 as well, simply for the standpoint you're trying to get used to Talcott, who has a very sharp breaking pitch, good fastball, and then you're going to turn around and who are you going to face in game 2 that you have to make a really quick adjustment to. It won't be anybody that's going to throw as hard.
Yeah. And at bat for the Wilmington Quakers is Jake Height, first baseman, and his first pitch will be a foul ball for strike 1. So an 0-1 count. Once again, Talcott getting ahead of the batters.
By the way, I'm going to make a couple of marks on these. Any of the Cubs loyalty people in here, or the Reds, please. Reds are not even in the majors anymore.
Have the Reds won since John Allen?
No.
That ball 1 for Height, so a 1-1 count.
I have found 3 Reds, 4 now. And they're all so far returning players in this one. I didn't know that.
4 Reds fans?
We will never talk to them.
Well, honestly, if you go ask any one of them about the Reds, can any of them tell you anything about them recently?
No, they don't know anything. It's what their mom and dad told them. Here's another one.
A 2-1 count for Height.
Oh, I better start taking care of the scoreboard. Huh? Here's another Cubs.
Have you found a player with the team that you do like?
Yeah, found Alec Bryan. He's a good man.
That'd be ball 3 for Height. What's his team?
Cardinals. I like the Red Sox, too, so I did find Anthony Morgan.
Oh, so he has the bragging rights until next season.
Yes. Here's another Reds. Here's another Reds. You know, somebody really needs to talk to these kids.
And that'll be ball 4 for Jake Height as he reaches base by way of walk. And my question is, do you think some of these guys are just saying Boston Red Sox because they're the latest World Series winners?
Well, we can find out when we ask them. Put them on the spot. Here's another Cubs. Greavy, come on.
At bat for Wilmington will be Joey Allender, the right fielder.
There's a LeBron James. That's got to go.
You don't like LeBron?
Not a big fan.
I've always been a LeBron fan.
Who's your guy?
Mine are all older guys. I don't care for the current brand of basketball that they supposedly play.
I feel you on that one, but I love the older guys.
If I were to pick somebody now, can I think about it?
Go ahead. Allender hits a shallow pop fly to left field, and McCabe will be there for out number 1 in the inning.
I have to think about it. I don't know yet. I'm struggling. I don't watch much NBA anymore the way I used to. But being a owner of the Boston Celtics, part owner of the Celtics, it'd have to be somebody in a Boston uniform.
Larry Bird was a bad boy.
I love Larry Bird. Larry and I are pretty close. By the way,
he ain't too far from here.
You're right. I found 2 more Cub fans. Oh, my.
A swing and a miss from batter Kyle Noble. So an 0-1 count, 1 out in the inning, and Jake Height on first base. Drew a walk earlier in his at-bat.
Well, we'll wait till some of these guys come up, and then we'll set them straight.
Quick strike 2. So an 0-2 count for Noble. Height still on first base. Talcott going from the stretch. Infield playing back, playing the double play. Whistle lines up a little outside, and he will get Noble to check his swing for strike 3. So the 10th strikeout in the game for Talcott.
Those are hard to lay off. They look good.
Yes, again, going back to yesterday, if on strike 2, if you're going to check swing, I just had the mindset you might as well just go.
Yeah. I did check your on your media guide. Of course, we don't have that here today, but
exactly.
Who's your favorite team?
Overall?
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens. Yep, I am a Ravens guy. Yeah, what's your opinion?
That's another confusing one to me.
So what's your football team since the Rams moved out of St. Louis?
Well, it'd have to be the Patriots. Anything in Boston is good.
Mason Walker at the plate for Wilmington. 1-1 count for him. 2 outs in the inning. And a swing and a miss from Walker for strike 2. Talcott going after his 11th strikeout.
What's that?
Hyatt still on first base, not really a threat to steal. I don't think Talcott has really noticed him. Talcott's pitch, Mason Walker will hit it out of play down the right field line, so he will stay alive.
You know, here we're trying to have a serious conversation, and other people are chiming in.
I know, right?
Just can't mind their own business. Well, so far, I only see about 3 players on this team I like.
Talcott's pitch, he will get Walker to swing.
Yeah, laid the tag on. There you go.
Well, do stop. But that will be strike 3 and out number 3 in the inning. And Talcott 2 strikeouts in the inning. Earlham still leading 4-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Earlham with the lead 4-1. Fleischman is still on the mound for Wilmington. Number 33, Isaiah Shake, will lead it off for the Quakers. Going back to the top of the lineup, he has been on base both times in his at-bat with a hit and a walk. His on-base percentage has been sky high to start off the season.
The center fielder, number 33, Isaiah.
Is somebody warming up in the bullpen for Wilmington? Can't quite see his number. And Fleischman's first pitch will be a ball, so a 1-0 count for Isaiah Shake.
By the way, Isaiah's one of those players, hasn't figured it out yet. He's a Cubs fan. So.
And he hits a pop fly deep into right field, but Allender is there for it, and he will make the grab for out number 1. And I think if you talk to any Cubs fans, they'll still tell you about Fly the W, about their World Series win a few years ago.
I know. They're always living in the past.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
batting for the Quakers is number 31, Addison Robertson. If he gets a good pitch, he's going to break the streak right here.
It's right here then.
It's right here.
All right.
He will take ball 1. So a 1-0 count for Robinson. Second pitch will be a high pop fly to center field. And Bly is there for out number 2.
So I'm assuming he didn't get a good pitch that time.
Well, you know what? I can't bat for him.
I hear you.
So quick 2 outs for the Quakers. And now batting for the Quakers will be third baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp. And, you know, it just goes back to the offense. They get themselves a couple of hits. And granted, Pensura's 3-run hit was big for the Quakers, but they just cannot stay consistent on the offensive side.
Yeah, it has been a struggle. Fleischman, I don't think, has really pitched all that poorly. Gave up that one mistake today, but it was a big one.
Dopp with the swing and a miss, so a 1-1 count.
They just, again, it's so early. You just know that this is a better hitting baseball team than what they've shown so far. Just maybe one of those things is going to take them a little more time. You got to remember at the end of last year they weren't hitting well.
Yeah, and we saw the effects of that.
Yeah.
2-1 count for Dopp. Now that'll be a 3-1 count. So.
Well, you looked at it was an 8-game losing streak. It turned into 10 because they lost the first 2 games this year. So the residuals holding over from a year ago.
Fleischman's pitch will be outside for ball 4. So Dopp will get on base by way of walk. And, well, they broke the streak yesterday with the win. Let's see if they can maybe start a winning streak here.
Number 17, Austin.
And Austin Hatfield will step to the plate for the Quakers. Hatfield walked in his last at-bat. I think he was purposely walked after Robinson and Dopp stole bases 2nd and 3rd. And Hatfield's first pitch, he hits deep into center field, but Bly gets a great jump on it for out number 3 in the inning. So no hits and no runs for the Quakers in the bottom of the 5th, but they still are leading Wilmington 4-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 Southeast Street in Richmond. Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College Baseball. Earlham with the lead 4-1 over the Wilmington Quakers. Talcott still on the mound. Leading off for Wilmington, we'll be back to the top of the lineup. Nick Silvis will lead it off. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in today's game. Talcott with 11 strikeouts in today's game. He's going for his record of 16, only 5 away, and there's still 3 more innings to play. I'm sorry, 4 more innings to play, so we'll see if Talcott can match or even break his record of 16.
Phil, if I were to put my money on it, if they do decide to leave him in, I think he's probably have a pretty good chance.
He's got a good shot. Silvis at the plate for the Wilmington Quakers, and he will hit a foul ball back to the Earlham dugout for strike 1.
It's all now down. Again, they threw the complete game yesterday, which Gorman got, as you had mentioned, and I think they want to get these guys as much work as they possibly can. I doubt he'll throw more than – he'll probably throw next weekend.
Yeah. Silvis hits a deep fly ball to center field, but a nice jump on it from Isaiah Shake. He will make the grab for out number 1 in the inning.
And then the question is, when they go to Florida, do they use that time to get some of the younger pitchers a chance to throw so they know when they come back from Florida, what do they have? Because you're getting closer than to conference time.
When I spoke to Coach Sacco, he made it clear that in the non-conference schedule, everybody's going to get their shot because he wants to figure out what lineup he will have and rotation he will have going into conference play. And at bat for Wilmington will be Gavin Perkins.
So that's going to leave you after, let's get through today.
Okay.
You'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10, 11 games to figure it out. And that's going to happen in a relatively short amount of time, too.
Exactly. Talcott's pitch is in there for strike 2 on Perkins, so a 0-2 count.
So 11 games in a matter of 14 days.
And then also think about it, Mark Jandreau, sorry. He also had to work his way back into the lineup. Perkins beats out the ground ball. He hits a Pinsura at shortstop for the infield single. So he gets on base.
You know, one thing you see in Pinsura's defense, guys play so deep on balls now on this turf because he usually gets them a little bit faster. Didn't quite get to him quite as fast as he thought.
And also guys on this level got some speed, so it makes it a lot harder to try to, especially if you don't charge it.
Yeah.
If you sit back and wait for it, it's going to be a lot harder play at first.
And that took him away from first, too.
Exactly. Gage Bly at the plate for the Quakers. He is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts.
I just saw Coach Sakasitz jump from the dugout area and motion to center field. They're going to play this guy to hit to left field.
Well, swing and a miss for strike 1. Won't be surprised if they try to have Perkins steal second at some time in this at-bat.
And it does come down now to you got to start manufacturing some runs here.
Yes. Talcott goes for the pickoff at first, but Perkins gets back in time. And warming up for Wilmington in their bullpen will be number 11, Matt One. Talcott going from the stretch. His pitch at home will be fouled out of play for strike 2. So a 0-2 count for Gage Bly. 1 out in the inning and runner on first base. And I think you said it right. You got to start generating some runs. So with later in the game, you got to start being a little bit more aggressive on the base pass.
Yeah.
Try to get runners in scoring position.
Yeah, you start counting outs when you get close to this point.
Exactly.
Especially when you have only managed 1 run and 2 hits.
Yeah.
And there's no sign, as you said, of right now Walter slowing down or getting any weaker. And there's nobody in the bullpen either. So
exactly. And Wilmington hasn't been able to really figure out how to hit off this guy. His pitch is high and inside for ball 1. So a 1-2 count.
And it isn't like he has thrown a ton of pitches.
No.
We could look. I may look here in a second that they haven't seen as many pitches as they would like.
Exactly. Bly calls timeout in the batter's box. Talcott taking his time on the mound. Perkins at first base for Wilmington. Talcott from the stretch. His pitch at home will be strike 3. So another strikeout for Walter Talcott. That is his 12th of the ball game. He's getting closer.
He certainly is. Boy, that was a great pitch.
And now batting will be Luke Kleindl, who hit the stand-up double in his last at-bat, which drove in a run. Coach Sacco sits instructing, and the ground ball hit back up to Talcott, goes off his glove, which will go into right field, and Perkins will move all the way to third base. And it's just a unfortunate play for the Earlham Quakers. Baisley was going to second for the steal, and the grounder back up the middle bounced off Talcott's glove right where Baisley normally is at second base. It goes in the right field, so now runners on first and third for Wilmington.
By the way, visit to the mound now. You go back again. We said earlier that a ball was hit that Walter tried to make a play on. It was a slow roller. They end up with a guy on first base. This one hit harder. I think a lot of times pitchers just need to let it go. Let you guys do the work behind you.
I also think in some situations, it's not the fact that he's trying to make a play. He might actually just be trying to move out the way, and the ball just bounces off of him. Think about it. With the mound being so elevated, a baseball can easily take just a bad hop. So with 2 outs in the inning, runners are on first and third for Wilmington, and Bodorf is coming to the plate for the Quakers.
And by the way, Wilmington now out hitting Earlham 4-3.
But still down 4-1. And that's another thing about baseball. One hit could just generate 3 to 4 runs in an at-bat.
Yeah, it changes the dynamic
Exactly.
pretty quickly.
You think about it, you take that triple away from Pensura, that's a tie ball game right now. So Bodorf stepping in the batter's box. Kleindl at first and Perkins at third. 2 outs in the inning. Talcott going from the stretch. Strike 1 for Bodorf. So a 0-1 count.
Now, despite the runner at third, you're still in pretty good shape.
Exactly.
Get this guy right here. You get a quick ground ball out, force at second, play to first, and the inning's over.
That or he goes for another strikeout.
Another strikeout. That's good
Strike
pitch.
2. That's an excellent pitch. Nice spot.
And Bodorf can't. Nobody can hit that one.
No.
Even if you tried to reach out, tap it to the right side, you just left in no man's land.
That's just a perfect pitch, you might as well call it. So 0-2 count for Bodorf. Talcott will get a chipper down the right field line. Whistle will let it go into foul territory for the foul ball. So still a 0-2 count for Bodorf.
Good play by Whistle. He probably could have picked it up on the line.
But that might have still been a really close play.
Yeah.
Catcher might just let it go foul and keep the 0-2 count alive. And the way Talcott's been pitching, you believe in a strikeout right here.
You'd only have to hope that either Hatfield, they call it to the outside, let him throw down the line.
Yeah.
But it could have been tough.
Exactly.
Got it.
And that will be strike 3 as Bodorf goes down looking for out number 3 in the inning. And that will be Talcott's 13th strikeout in today's matchup. Earlham still up 4-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Earlham's about getting involved. We have more than 60 student clubs with new ones starting every year. A variety of sports, plays and concerts, parties, trips to nearby cities. Interesting people from all over the world. Earlham College, always engaged.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Earlham College baseball going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Earlham leads Wilmington 4-1. Wilmington does have more base hits, though, than the Quakers, leading them 4-3 in that category. Brian Pensura, who hit the 3-run triple in his last at-bat, will be leading it off for Earlham in this inning.
You know, the one advantage you have with Walter, his ability to battle through runners at first and third, is you've got a guy who's been doing it for so long. If you had a freshman out there, you may not feel quite as confident, but Walter, I think they had all the confidence he was going to get out of that inning.
Yeah, I think they had it as well, and that's why you haven't seen nobody warm up in the bullpen yet, because that's just the kind of confidence they have in their senior pitcher. Pensura with the 1-0 count. He will hit a high pop fly into right field.
It'll be trouble.
But it will get down. Silvis tried to make the diving grab, so Pensura will be on base with the single. Allender was playing so far shifted in the right field that a routine pop fly usually was able to get down because everybody was so far from it.
Yeah, and Silvas had too much real estate to cover. Hyatt had to turn and go back. There was no way he was going to get it. It fell right in between all three of them.
So Pensura leads the inning off with the base hit. And now batting will be Cameron McCabe, and he will hit a grounder between short and third for another Quaker base hit. So a quick 2 runners on base and a quick 2 base hits for the Quakers to start off the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now Fleischman may be starting to tire a little bit as we play here in the bottom of inning number 6.
Well, I'm assuming and thinking that this will be his last inning of play.
Well, I would venture to say right. He's on a short leash. If Earlham ends up getting a run or so, maybe another base hit, he could be done.
Yeah. Fleischman will step off the mound. Robbie Shondell, the right fielder, will be in the batter's box for the Quakers. Runners on first and second. No outs in the inning. Another step off from Fleischman. I think he's really thinking about the runners on first and second.
Well, and they may also be just looking at the indication to see what the hitter's going to do, because the first time he was looking to bunt, will he do it again?
Yeah.
So they want to make him commit so they know where they're going to be moving defensively.
Well, he stepped off the mound for a third time. I think first baseman Hyde is anticipating a bunt. And Shondell does show bunt. Is not able to get it down, so it will be strike one for Shondell. And I think if you're Coach Sackos, it's a right call to try to move your runners over to second and third.
Well, you know, Shondell didn't show it quite as quickly that time. He had turned the first pitch he was looking at, and Fleischman saw him turn, and that's why Fleischman ended up calling time.
You didn't see it right there, yeah. But he ends up fouling it off, so a quick 0-2 count for Shondell.
So Earlham takes it off. They show, they don't show. 2 strikes. This time he's hitting away, so the guessing game is continuing.
And my guess for a 0-2 count will be let him swing away.
Let him swing.
But Fleischman's pitch will be high and outside, so a 1-2 count now for Shondell. Runners still on first and second and no outs in the inning. Earlham looking to add to their 3-run lead. Fleischman's pitch. Pensura will go to third and McCabe will go to second. So another double steal we have seen in today's matchup.
That is a tough thing for Bottorff again, and both base runners got great jumps, but his main concern was the guy going to third.
Yeah.
And when you got a right-handed hitter, somehow you got it. First off, the pitch is good enough to handle.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to make the catch, still step out, throw a strike to third. It's almost unfair.
That's why you have a lot of respect for catchers. So a 2-2 count for Shondell. He will hit it right back up the middle. Pensura will score. McCabe is coming around third, and he will come in standing up, and Shondell will be safe at second. So a two-run single. I think they're going to rule that a single because he went to second on the throw.
Yep.
So a 2 RBI single for Robbie Shondell, and he increases Earlham's lead from 4-1 to 6-1. So I think that's going back to some of the consistency we were talking about, and we're seeing it a little bit more in today's matchup.
By the way, still no outs for Fleischman.
Cameron Whistle now at the plate for the Quakers. Shondell on second base, still no outs in the inning. It will be an 0-1 count.
You mentioned Matt Oney out of Carlisle, Ohio, a junior right-hander.
How much longer do you go before you take Fleischman out?
I'm surprised he's still in there now.
Shondell thought about going to third. He went halfway, but ends up going back to second. Didn't have to play on it. So it will be ball 1 for Whistle. So a 1-1 count. No outs in the inning. 2 runs already in. Fleischman's pitch. Whistle will hit a grounder between second and first to right field. So a single for Whistle. It will hold Shondell at third base. So now runners on first and third in the inning with no outs. And Devin Baisley will come to the plate for the Quakers.
You know, you have a feeling that Wilmington, I think the change is going to happen here, but you had a feeling they don't have a ton of confidence in their bullpen right now because they've left this young man in as long as they did.
And right now, Earlham has really made them pay for that.
And they've got a pitching change. Tell you what, while they go through the new pitcher, we'll tell you about the right-hander coming in a moment. Stay right there. Earlham on top of this one, 6-1.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Change here for the Wilmington Quakers as they will bring in the right-hander. Oni will step in. In fact, we had seen him warming up for quite some time. Matt is a junior. He has thrown 2 innings this season, giving up 1 hit, 1 run, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and no walks so far in limited action this season. So Fleischman on the hook right now as the potential loser unless Wilmington can come back and rally in this game. And right now it'll be up to Matt Oni to finish it out. Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. Earlham able to break this thing open.
And now went from 3 hits to 7 in just this inning alone, and still no outs in the inning for Earlham. And Devin Baisley at the plate. Runners on first and third. Whistle with the huge lead at first. And Oni steps off the mound. I anticipate Whistle will be looking for a stolen base sometime in this at-bat. Oni goes back, tries to get Whistle, but Whistle beats the throw. Oni going from the stretch. Shondell still at third base. Whistle goes to second. He will have the easy stolen base as Silvis cuts off the throw. Maybe looking to see if Shondell is going to try to steal home on that play.
Well, you look at that. They apparently didn't feel they even had a chance to get him at second base. Saw the shortstop come over the way he did, the second baseman in front of the bag.
So now runners on second and third for Earlham. A 0-1 count for Baisley, but now a 1-1 count.
Well, what you're seeing today is something that you were used to seeing in the last couple of years, where multiple stolen bases in multiple innings.
Strike 2 for Baisley, so 1-2 count. Runners on second and third, still no outs in the inning. Isaiah Shake is on deck for the Quakers. Oni's pitch is high and nearly hits Baisley, but he ends up avoiding it for ball 2, 2-2 count.
Infield in, as you would expect. They've got to try to
somehow get out somewhere and prevent Earlham from adding on to the lead. And Baisley will swing and a miss for strike 3. So in Oni's first batter, he gets a strikeout for out number 1 in the inning. Isaiah Shake will step up to the plate. He Ended up flying out to right field in his last at bat.
Number 33, Isaiah Shake.
So now 1 out. Shondell still at third, and Whistle is at second. Isaiah Shake hits a grounder to shortstop. It bounces off Walker's glove. Is not able to get it off, and Shondell will score. Whistle will move to third, and Shake will have first base.
Anytime the infield is in, that would have been a routine ground ball in most circumstances. The percentages will go up because you just, again, have more opportunity to get that ball through, and the angle wasn't great for Walker.
It was not. But he did end up preventing Whistle from scoring because if it gets by him, Cameron Whistle has an easy run.
And where do you think the guy at first base is going to go here?
He's going to go to second. Addison Robertson at the plate for the Quakers. He's still looking for that first hit of the season.
Well, now in your situation, no pressure here.
No pressure.
You've got guys at first and third, 1 out. You're leading 7-1. Go up there and hit.
That ball will be high for ball 1, but I'm sure he probably has a little bit of pressure on himself. He wants to break the streak.
And if not, we will keep reminding him.
I'm sure he gets reminded from other sources as well. Only goes to first. Isaiah Shake beats the throw back.
Well, I'll bet you 10-1 if he went to that dugout, nobody's saying anything to him. Maybe the coaches are encouraging him, and he's getting some encouragement. Other than that, they don't say much.
I don't think you have to. On his pitch, Isaiah Shake will take off.
That's a good throw.
That actually was a good throw, but Isaiah Shake just beats the throw out for another stolen base in today's game. That is his third stolen base. So runners now on second and third once again with 1 out. A 2-0 count for Robertson. And he gets a nice piece of contact, but it goes foul. It's a nice piece of contact for Robertson. It would have been off the fence if it stayed fair. So a 2-1 count for Robertson. Earlham with 3 runs in the inning, looking to add more. Robertson late on that swing for strike 2, so a 2-2 count.
Well, you'd think there he was looking fastball, got anything but. By the way, speaking of stolen bases now, 7. They have not been caught stealing yet.
And they're looking to add to it. Robertson swings, pop flies. It will be out of play. Way to battle for him. And I think the last 2 pitches we've seen for Robertson, it seems like he doesn't have his mind made up in time of whether he wants to swing or not.
Well, now he has to make the next adjustment. You go from a left-handed pitcher, which you've seen a couple of times, now to back to a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
And a guy really isn't throwing that hard either.
No. That ball will be in the turf for ball 3, so now a full count for Robertson. Danny Dopp on deck for the Quakers.
You know, one thing the Quakers have done well today, they've only left 3 runners on base.
Yeah, if you go back to the last couple games, that number has been more than doubled. And Robertson draws the walk. That'll be his second walk of the game. So now bases are loaded as Danny Dopp steps to the plate.
And one of the veteran guys right here. And Danny's one of those that you just love to have in your lineup. Guy's a baseball guy through and through.
Bases loaded, 1 out, 3 runs already in for the Quakers. And in perfect position to add to that. Ball right down the middle. Danny Dopp takes it for strike 1.
That was close to the yacker.
Exactly. I know those are sometimes pitches you just want to Dopp hits a grounder to Walker at short, and he will go to first base for out number 2. Whistle will score on the hit. So that'll be 4 runs now for the Quakers. 2 outs in the inning. Robertson at third. And
Number 17.
Shake is at third, Robertson at second. And now batting for the Quakers will be 17, Austin Hatfield, the first baseman. Breaking ball will be in there for strike one. So, 0-1 count, 2 outs in the inning, 4 runs in, runners on second and third. That ball will be off the turf, but a nice block by Bodorf. Ball one.
Yeah, that's always a tough one for the guy down at third. As you probably know, there's not a ton of room behind home plate in the backstop. That ball hits the backstop area. There's only a little bit of padding, but if it hits just right, come right back to the catcher.
Back to him. Yeah. And I've seen multiple situations where guys get caught in that situation.
Yeah.
1-1 count for Hatfield. He's been on base twice today, once by hit and one by walk.
Ooh.
That breaking ball will be in there for strike two.
2 yackers.
Mm-hmm. So a 1-2 count. And if you're Earlham, no other guy you want up in this situation with runners on second and third. He thought about swinging, but he holds back for ball 2. So a 2-2 count for Austin Hatfield.
And he's getting a steady diet of breaking pitches.
Yep. Well, they've seen what he's done with fastballs. Oni's pitch.
There's another one.
Will be low for ball 3. So now a full count for Austin Hatfield. 2 outs in the inning.
Well, if I'm Oni, I'm going to throw another one. I have nothing to lose here. First base is open unless he just crushes one.
But then again, we saw what Pensura did last time.
Oh, my.
And he gets some looking for strike 3. And that will end the inning for the Quakers. 4 runs off 5 hits. That increases Earlham's lead 8-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, and we'll be right back.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Earlham on top of this one, 8-1 as we move to the top of inning number 7. Walter Talcott continuing to throw, and any indication right now he could finish out this ball game. 12 strikeouts, just 1 walk. He's faced 23 hitters, just 1 extra base hit, and only 1 run. It was an earned run. So Walter's had quite a day, and now he has run support.
And now I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Sacco sits, maybe has him pitch a few more batters or another inning or so, but wants to probably get some of the young guys in there to get some pitching experience. No need to keep Talcott in there. But maybe he also knows Talcott is close to his strikeout record. Maybe he wants him to get it.
There is a right-hander throwing for the Earlham Quakers. Pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Might be that Spencer Owens.
He's got his jacket on. I can't really tell.
It looks like it is Spencer, but hard to tell. They're down behind the backstop area. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way, hit foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hyatt struck out his first time up, walked in the 5th inning. As we mentioned, live stats on GoEarlham.com. Walter gets the sign from Whistle, the leg kick and the pitch, and got him looking. So we just keep rolling along with strikeouts.
Yep.
1 away here in the 7th. Here's Alinder. He will step up. He is 0 for 2. He has a strikeout in his resume this afternoon as well, but who doesn't? That's number 13. Check swing foul. So let's find out. Let's see. Silvas has 2. Perkins has 1. Bly has 1. Bodorf has 2. Hyatt has 2. Alinder has 1. Noble has 2. Walker has 2. So the only one that hasn't had a strikeout is Kleindl. That one's hit into left field. Shallow left, diving, unable to make the play is McCabe. Heading to second base will be Alinder. And now the Quakers of Wilmington have a runner on here in the 7th inning. Let's see if they will call that a hit, and they will.
On that one, I thought McCabe misread the ball. You saw he took that step in, but then couldn't really tell where it was going. I think he thought it was going a little bit further than what he was, and then with the bad jump, couldn't make up the distance in time.
Kyle Noble will step up, a strikeout victim twice this afternoon, and the pitch is on the way late on the swing, and it's 0-1. Noble struck out in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. 5 hits now by Wilmington. Earlham with 8 hits to go along with the 8 runs. It's good efficiency.
Well, they had 5 of those hits in the last inning.
Well, the runner takes off there, too, by the way. 0-2. That's kind of a gutsy move right there by Alinder to try to steal third base. You're down by 7 runs.
You know what? Might as well try something.
Until he got thrown out, and then you'd probably change your mind if you need base runners and you're down by 7. Time called as Walter will step off. So Walter again with the 13 strikeouts. He is 3 away from matching the 16 he picked up a year ago. The pitch on the way, hit foul.
He's going for 14 on this at-bat.
How many of these have been? In fact, the bottom of the order for Wilmington, they have a total of, 5, 7 at-bats, and they have 5 strikeouts. Will it be number 6 right here? No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, and that's just off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. Noble coming in, hitting at 167. Did not play in the opening game yesterday. There's going to be Dominic Michael, who is now throwing in the Earlham bullpen. There's a swing and a miss.
Number 14.
Wow.
If your coach Sacco says, how long do you leave him in there? Do you let him go for it?
He may be done now if they've got Dominic throwing at an 8-1 lead. I think he's done a good enough work today. His resume is okay. So here is Mason Walker. He has struck out twice. By the way, Noble gets the hat trick with his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon.
Not the kind of hat trick you want.
Mm-mm. Pitch on the way, right down the middle for a strike. Well, you look at the 5 through 9 hitters. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 of your strikeouts. Your bottom of the order has really done nothing, mid to bottom. Walter's had his pitches all day long, really all around the plate. Only hit the one batter early. That was Kleindl back in the second, if I'm correct. Has just
And
what
Kleindl
the one
has
walk.
a double as well. He's been, I think, mainly the only one who's actually got on base, like, consistently for Wilmington in this matchup.
The 0-2 pitch hit foul.
Man, Walker just barely got the bat on that one. I was almost strikeout 15.
Yeah, Walker was saying thank you. I get a chance to do it at least one more time because it was one of those he barely got the bat on that pitch. A Linder down at second base. And again, 2 away here in the top of inning number 7. Runner takes off, and Walter says, go ahead. He just waved at him.
He just waved at him. He's like, you know what, go ahead.
Whatever.
One of the rare times you'll ever see that. He literally just waved at him.
I've never seen that.
Go ahead.
Never seen that before.
No.
Dopp was like, I'm not going over there either.
He said, I'm about to strike my man's out anyway.
That's right. Oh, that one just barely hit by Walker. Hey, but if you're a Linder, I got a stolen base, and might make the difference between a record stolen base year for a Linder and not.
Exactly.
Or maybe it could be an All-American or something. Of course, he better start getting some more hits. Stretch again by Walter. And the pitch on the way got him. Well, he was way behind on that, so now Noble and Walker both with a hat trick.
He put the gun back in the holster after that strikeout.
Got a big boy strikeout right there.
Strikeout 15.
Will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is all Earlham in this one, 8-1. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com. or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond. At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
You know, what is unfortunate that the fans who are braving the cold weather today, looking forward to a 7th inning stretch, and what do they get out of the public address announcer? Absolutely nothing. Not so sure I would ask for my money back.
For your Quakers.
You know, it's
hitter, number 39, Zach Swearingen.
Here is Zach Swearingen.
They got multiple subs. No.
Well,
so he's coming in for what, Pensura?
Hits it well down the line, but foul.
And then they have Connor Drews in the on-deck circle for his first at-bat coming up in the game.
So Swearingen, a right-handed hitter, will step in. That means we're going to see a ton of changes defensively as well, as that pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, Zach out of Romeoville, Illinois, 5'11", 155. Pitch popped up to the right side. A Linder is there and makes the catch. There's 1 away. So
Quick
one
out.
out here
Yep.
in the seventh, bottom of the seventh. Here's Connor Drews.
The pinch hitter, number 14.
And then now Alec Bryan is in the warm-up circle, so I think he may have just did a whole lineup change.
So we will see so many changes. It'll
Yep.
take us a little time to get them all through.
Cameron Whistle doesn't have his catcher gear on anymore, so there may be a new sub at catcher.
Ground ball down the line, but foul. Connor played his high school baseball at Brebeuf. Well, it is good when you get some of these guys some at-bats in real game action. That one off the end of the bat. Oni will soft toss to first. That ended up being a little closer play than Oni perhaps projected it to be. So 2 away.
In the on-deck circle is number 34, Corey Peters.
So Peters will hit for
Now
Whistle.
batting for your Quakers, the pinch hitter, number 2, Alec Bryan.
So Alec Bryan will step up. He is out of Franklin Central High School, the junior outfielder. And again, all these changes will probably take place again defensively under the glove of Oni, charging Silva's throw to first, no.
Everybody getting in on the hits for Earlham.
And you'd mentioned that another change for Earlham. This will be Corey Peters, sophomore out of Liberty Township, Ohio, played at Lakota West High
The
School.
pinch hitter, number 34.
Earlham now with 9
Peters.
base hits.
Corey Peters, his first at-bat of the season.
The stretch by Oni and a throw to first. It is highly unlikely that Bryan will look to steal a base here. You're up 7 runs.
Who knows? Coach Sacco says might send him.
They will send him. This one hit foul.
Well, Coach Sacco says no matter how much you're up by, we can always get some base running practice in.
So no balls and 1 strike now to Peters. I'll be curious now to see how many lineup changes they may make in game number 2. That one hit well, opposite field base hit. Now Earlham with runners at first and second. That is base hit number 10. That was your headphone hitting the table there
The
too.
second baseman, number 38, Devin Beasley.
And now on deck, number 29, James Gray. So another substitution. I think he'll be coming in for Shake.
This is where the score sheet can get really messy. Good breaking pitch in there for strike. Beasley is 0 for 3. He is looking for a base hit after a 3 strikeout afternoon. Only a check of the runner at second. The pitch on the way. Lone outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Game 2 will come up around 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, or they may negotiate and make it a little bit shorter. Once the 2 coaches and the umpires get together after game 1, is that breaking pitch a called strike? And it's 1-2.
What's up? 2-1.
So he says 2 balls and a strike. Stretch by Oni, and again a check of the runner at second. The pitch on the way to the plate is a breaking ball, and it's in there for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 outs in the inning.
Oni's next pitch on the way, hit foul. Believe it or not, this game just a little over 2 hours. Didn't it seem a little longer?
It has.
Don't jinx us, Kevin.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into right field. A Linder going back on it will make the catch, and there is out number 3. We will head to the top of inning number 8. Earlham able to add a couple of hits in the inning.
No errors, 2 runners left on base.
On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham leads it 8-1.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
In left field for your Quakers.
All right, let's get the changes, and they're all over the place. We will.
Number 22. What's that? The second baseman, Nick
Grayson
Silvich.
left. Brian is in center. Drew's in right field. Dominic Michael is the new pitcher.
Number 2, Alec Bryan.
By the way, leading things off is Silvis now for Wilmington. That pitch is low and outside.
Right field for your Quakers, number 14.
So you have Grace, Brian, Drews, left to right. Sprocket is at second. Sweargen is at short. Baisley's at third. Peters is catching. Hatfield still at first. And Michael is the new pitcher. Hit foul.
And number 50, Nate Hemmerich, is warming up in the bullpen.
He is out of Kokomo, Indiana. 6'3", 200-pound right-hander. So Dominic set to throw. The pitch on the way, hit down the left field line and foul.
And Wilmington has somebody warming up in the bullpen. Number 17, Michael, what did you say, Weisenberger?
Weisenberger. That's the most changes we've had in a lineup
in a while.
a long time. Popped up foul once again. So Earlham will have played 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17 players in the game right now.
There's still 2 more innings. Who knows?
2 more. Just underway here in the top of inning number 8. Dominique's next pitch. Got him looking on the outside corner.
By the end of the game, what do you think the team strikeout total will be?
I don't know. It's going right now. We're
at, what, 16? I think Talcott ended it with 15. And now we got 1 right there. So I think the group strikeout or team strikeouts at 16.
Yeah, there's the 16th, the strikeout right there. That one hit over the middle. Could be trouble. That will get through for a base hit. Perkins. So Perkins picks up the 1-out single.
Number 21.
That'll be hit number 6 now by Wilmington, and here's Gage Bly. Bly 0 for 3.
I wonder, once this game is over, what's the break time before game 2 starts?
25, maybe 30. Sometimes they shorten it depending on how quickly the other team may be ready to go and how fast they want to get out of here.
Well, hopefully both teams just say, let's roll right into it.
Yeah, they'll get, I think they eat too. They'll grab a bite to eat. A lot of times the families will bring food. No balls and a strike. Or
That's
1 ball, no strikes, excuse me.
Double headers. Ooh, Lord. Bly almost smacked in the chest after showing bunt.
Well, if you're going to stick your chin in there.
And well, I can tell you, I've been personally hitting my forehead when I was at bat once.
Was it fun?
No, I mean, I swung and the ball hit off the barrel of my bat and right back up to my head.
High fly ball, center field. Brian going back several steps will make the catch. The runner will head back to first.
Brian's got some speed on him.
I don't know. Again, you look at some of the guys the Quakers have coming off that bench, and there's a reason why guys get starts and guys don't. But these guys that he has recruited, they're pretty good coming off the bench.
I think he showed that they're just very deep.
Luke Kleindl now with 2 away in the 8th. I'm anxious to see Hemrick throw. Swing and a miss, throw down to second, and not in time, stolen base by Perkins. Or
he called him out.
Wow, he must have come off the bag or something because he beat the throw.
That's what I thought.
Wow.
No errors, no one left
So the Quakers of Earlham will take it. I'm not sure if he must have just come off the bag. It'd be the only thing I can think. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 8-1. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Back here once again at Randall R. Sadler Stadium, 8-1. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors on the board for Earlham. 1-6-0 this afternoon in our first game for Wilmington. Quakers will, that being the Earlham Quakers, will lead things off with James Grace hitting in the leadoff spot.
Leading off the 8th inning for your Quakers, the left fielder, number 29.
Well, Earlham well on their way to winning this series. If they win this game, as that pitch is inside. New pitcher again for Wilmington. We saw him in the bullpen is Michael Weisenberger out of Westerville, Ohio. Right-hander, 5'11", 195, throws that one for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1.
It's always nice to see some of the guys you don't normally see in the lineup get their chance to show the coaching staff what they can bring to the squad.
Yeah, and I think that one hits him. I like it, too, because a lot of times we don't see them. I want to see how they
want to see what they do.
React in a real game situation.
Exactly.
So Grace will take one for the team, and now coming up for the Earlham Quakers is Michael Medley out of Westchester, Ohio, another Lakota West player. Medley hits in the Robertson spot at number 2. Runner takes off, the pitch in there for a strike. The throw goes into center field. That'll be an error. And advancing on to third is Grace after the stolen base.
Stolen bases just has a high number of them.
It is crazy, and again, that'll be a throwing error as well as the runner will advance on to third base.
And this is where, when we mentioned a couple games ago, where Earlham is at their best, when they can steal bases, makes their offense really hard to stop.
Well, you know what? You look back at the last inning when Wilmington, they went ahead and stole a base, so Earlham figures we'll just keep doing it too.
But, I mean, Wilmington also stole a base where a pitcher just waved him off.
Wow, that went behind him. Yeah, that was interesting.
He literally waved him off. He said, you know what, it don't matter. I'm going to strike out this man up the plate.
8 stolen bases now by Earlham. Stretch again by Weisenberger, the pitch. Huge cut and a miss.
It's that home run swing right there.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Earlham may play a record amount of players here today by the time it's all said and done. Ground ball to Walker. Runner will head toward the plate. The throw to first in time, but Earlham gets another run. So 1 away, and Earlham leads this one 9-1.
RBI for Medley right there. He gets his first of the season.
That's a great way to just manufacture a run, and it happened quickly.
The second baseman, number 22, Sam Sprocket.
Here's Sam Sprocket out of Liberty Township, Ohio. He's a sophomore. Off the end of the bat, Weisenberger will throw it over after going about 3/4 of the way over there.
Need to get a little stretch in his legs.
Yeah.
And somebody else warming up in the bullpen. That might be for a little bit for next game.
Here's Hatfield.
Now batting the first baseman.
I always wonder why pitchers do that. What is it about fielding the baseball? You're expected to be an accurate thrower to the plate, yet if you turn around and throw to first, you run it over there.
But think of this. How many times have we seen pitchers mess up the throw from the mound to first base? I think they think about it too much.
Is it too far of a throw? Or
I hope it isn't.
High fly ball center. Bly is there, will make the catch, and we will head to the top half of inning number 9 It is all Earlham in this one on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Scoreboard, 9-1.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
By the way, we're not done with the changes. As we mentioned that Nate Hemrick is throwing. He is a right-hander out of Kokomo, and if any of you know anything about the Kokomo baseball program, very good program, and I know that they're glad to have Hemrick, so we'll get a chance to see him for the first time. 6'3", 200-pounder. And they're really high in what he can bring to this pitching staff. A new catcher as well, as we will see Andrew Bradley, 6-foot freshman out of Stowe, Ohio. Played at Monroe Falls, Ohio. So let's make all these changes real quick. So Hemrick and number 30 Bradley. So we are down to our final half inning unless the Quakers of Wilmington make a huge rally. See who they'll lead things off with. It is scheduled to be Kleindl, and it is not going to be Kleindl. It'll be number 13. This is actually Bodorf. Yes. Wasn't Kleindl at the plate when Perkins was thrown out? He was.
He was.
So why is Bodorf up? Kleindl? Yeah, because Kleindl should be up. Because Kleindl was up at the plate when Perkins was thrown out trying to steal. Ground ball to the shortstop. Swearigan to first, and there's one away, I think.
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
Maybe Kleindl said something about his mother or something. He told him to get out. So now we will see Danny Cox hitting now for Hyatt. Yeah, but Kleindl again was on deck because was actually at the plate when Gavin Perkins was thrown out.
There's 2 outs on the board.
There are 2 outs. I have no idea. But
I'm lost.
I can imagine what this would be like if it were a close game, huh? And the bad thing about Hemrick, he wants to throw a little bit more, and he got an easy out.
I guess that just says how good Hemrick is. He's so good, he gets on the mound and automatic out.
He doesn't even need to throw. He gets an out.
Exactly.
Yeah, here's the pitch. Foul tipped.
I've never seen that before.
I haven't either. By the way, Danny Cox, junior infielder out of Cincinnati. Hemrick set to throw, the pitch on the way. Breaking ball hit to the third baseman, Baisley. Strong throw across the diamond, and that's 2 away, I guess.
Yeah, I'm lost.
We're going to try to find out if we do get word on what exactly happened, but for some reason Kleindl did not get a hit.
Bat, yeah.
He must have really made somebody upset.
Had to have.
Here's a Linder. Doubled his last time up. And so now the Quakers of Earlham are 2 away as that's hit foul. I know that our sports information director went down to try to figure out what exactly happened to Luke Kleindl. Hemrick, long time look here at Bradley. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is low. He was talking about Kokomo's baseball team, their high school baseball team. They were loaded.
Really?
D1 guys.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They have that brand new stadium up there in Kokomo they play in.
Must be nice.
Oh, it's beautiful. Hemrick now with the sign. Here is the 1-1 pitch. They had an old ballpark for many, many years. And now they have that new ballpark right next to their Memorial Gymnasium that was built downtown. And they've now climbed from one level of baseball to the next down the Frontier League. They've been drawing like crazy. That pitch low and inside. In other words, somebody had a vision and said, you know what, we can make baseball, we build it, and they will come, and they did.
Well, he's back with some news. Never mind.
And he's not going to tell us yet. We'll maybe find out in the next game. Here's the pitch by Hemrick, misses outside. That'll be a walk. Yeah, Kleindl is, Brian is saying he was out there with his bat. And
now pinch hitting for Wilmington, number 7, Dylan Winger.
Here is Philip Winger.
Yeah, I've
that
never
too.
seen that before.
So Winger. That pitch in there for a strike. We're still all perplexed about what happened to Kleindl.
And we all will be until we find out.
Well, maybe Brian's making claims he was out there and, he's on deck. And the umpire told him to get back.
Rewind your tape.
Here's the pitch on the way. And it gets by the catcher. And that should be, well, let's see how they're going to score it. The runner will advance. I would have scored that a pass ball catcher. Well, I know Hemrick's dad. He's a pretty good guy, so I'm going to say it's a pass ball. So a runner at second base here in a rather slow top of the 9th inning. Oh, please.
But even the umpire at second base made the call out.
Huh.
So
Chopper back to the pitcher, and Hemrick will throw into first. So the explanation on Kleindl was interference.
That's what we were just told.
So that's the out, not the stolen base out.
Everybody thought the stolen base was out because even that umpire called him out.
All right, so let's just make sure we're clear. The last half inning, it wasn't the stolen base out on Perkins. They called Kleindl out on interference. So
yes, that's the explanation
that's
we were given.
All right, that's going to do it for game number 1. The final score 9-1. Earlham 9 runs, 10 hits and no errors. Wilmington 1 run, 6 hits and 1 error. Give us about 25-30 minutes. We will be back in game number 2. Walter Talcott picks up the win this afternoon. Walter goes 7 innings. He gives up just 1 run. It was an earned run, 15 strikeouts, and 1 walk and only 5 hits. He is the winner of game number 1. Thanks for being with us. Game 1 in the books. Game 2 coming up in about 25-30 minutes right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.